S4EP30 podcast is a show presented by people with learning disabilities for our friends and community. We take about issues that are important to us and interview trusted people to find out new information. This is a way to make difference and have our voices be heard.
Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of the People First podcast. Today we are speaking to Justine. Yes, we are promoting a local event that is going to be commencing in September, and Justine's come to tell us about it. It will be a health and wellbeing day event called Taking Care of Yourself. Welcome, Justine.
Hi, thanks for having me.
What did you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi guys. I'm Justine Joy. I'm a programme manager and I work in the NHS, and I work in a team where we promote cancer screening and improve access to services and help people look after themselves.
Can you tell us more about the event that we will be having on 10th of September?
Yes, so it's going to be a learning event so that we can learn more about looking after ourselves and looking after our health, including different cancer screening initiatives, but also different aspects of our health like going to the dentist and maybe eating a bit more healthily and doing a bit more exercise.
Who is the event for? Can anyone come along at all?
The event's particularly for people with learning disabilities and people with neurodiversity and their carers. We'd love carers to come along as well. And there will be a few healthcare professionals and NHS staff like myself and people from some local charities who are bringing a stall or some information to share.
What kind of activities or sessions will people be able to take part in on the day?
We're going to have some presentations by some healthcare professionals who'll talk about going to the dentist, eating healthily, things like cervical cancer screening and breast cancer screening and bowel cancer. And we'll also have some demonstrations from some friends from an organisation called IMAS, who you may know, they're International Mixed Ability Sport. They're going to do a little bit of an exercise demonstration to get everybody moving.
Sounds
and feeling
good.
Motivated. Yes, I think it'll be fun.
I know a few of the guys from there anyway.
Yes, yeah, well, I'm hoping anyone who hasn't met them before will find out more about what they do and what activities are available, because it does sound really fun. They run lots of sports teams and they even have links with the Paralympic Games for people who come along and try something and then maybe think, I'm getting quite good at this. Maybe I'll take it further and compete in a competition. So I think it should be fun. It'll be a nice mix of learning and getting involved.
What local groups or organisations will be there?
I'm partnering with the guys at People First, Keighley and Craven, for the event, who are also based at Central Hall, where we're having the event. And I've also got friends from Bradford Talking Media coming along, some colleagues of mine from the NHS, International Mixed Ability Sports, and there'll also be people like Cancer Research UK taking part on the day.
Why is it important to have health and wellbeing events in our community?
Well, I think it's important that we bring people together. There's a social element to bringing people together, but also depending on our own experiences, some of us might have more knowledge or less knowledge about the different services that are available. And I'd like to raise everybody's confidence in terms of attending health appointments and looking after themselves, and have the chance to learn more about different kinds of health services and have the chance to ask questions which might help them overcome a little bit of fear if they may be, a bit afraid to go for a particular checkup or a blood test or something. We all have things we're a little bit afraid of. I know for me it's the dentist. I don't like going to the dentist that much. But I have to practice what I preach and I have to go. But I think sometimes if we improve our knowledge and we learn more, then it helps that become more manageable and we're less afraid, and then we can make the most of the services available to us. And then when we're healthier and happier, we've got more energy to do the fun things in life that help us relax and are enjoyable. So that's why I think having an event is good. And this one in Keighley is the first one, and then there's going to be a follow-up event in Bradford, which is very, very similar, but it's for people that live over the other side of the patch in the Bradford area, and that one's at Odsall Stadium.
If someone is interested in attending the event, how can they find out more information?
Well, there's a couple of ways to do that. One is to contact the guys at Keighley and Craven People First, because they've got all the details. So if you're local to them, you can pop in and ask or give them a call. You can also email myself, and my email address is justine.joy@bradford.nhs.uk. And you can also book on Eventbrite. The tickets are free, but it's handy for me to have people register, and then I know how much lunch to order so that there's enough sandwiches for everybody. And
enough beers.
Yeah.
Just
well,
you, Luke.
I don't think we're having beer this time.
I'm only joking.
But there'll be tea and coffee for definite, and some lunch, and it's all free. And you can register on Eventbrite. So if anyone's familiar with Eventbrite, if you search for learning disabilities, this event will come up, and then you can get yourself registered.
How accessible will the event be? And what support will there be for people attending?
Yeah, well, there's good access at Central Hall in Keighley. Lots of people who've been there before will know that there's a lift in the building and there's an accessible bathroom. And because I'm partnering with the guys at People First, Keighley and Craven, they've got great experience at supporting people who might need a little bit of additional help. And I would say just ask, if you need a bit of help getting around the building, or you have a query beforehand, get in touch with us and we'd be more than happy to help you. And yeah, that should be pretty easy. We're on the ground floor on the day, so you can get in and out pretty easily between the rooms. And there'll be the presentations in one room, and then you're straight into a sort of side room where the refreshments will be, and where some people will have stalls where you can get some extra information, and that's all on the same level. So I think it will be pretty accessible.
That's wonderful, thank you. We'd like to do a live broadcast that day.
Yeah, we were thinking of doing on location podcast.
On location.
On
and
location,
live.
yes.
Maybe interview you again or someone else. Or...
stallholders.
Yes.
Yeah, that's got a...
I think that's a great idea.
Or guys that have just come along for the day.
Yeah, you could get some sound bites from people who are attending, and you could speak to some of the presenters.
What do you hope happens after the event? And do you hope to run more like this?
Yeah. So after this event, I'm doing another event in the Bradford area, which is very similar. So people should just go to the one that's more convenient for them, that's nearer to where they live. But my hope really is that people will continue these conversations about looking after yourself and support each other, and share their experiences as well. I love to hear from people around any issues they have in accessing services, because then I can look at how we might be able to make that better and maybe remove some of the barriers. I'm working with GP practices talking about reasonable adjustments, and sometimes that just helps make a service more accessible to people. But I hope when we send people home afterwards, that in their own homes they talk to their family and friends about health and looking after themselves, and that those conversations continue, so we all get better at it.
Do you have anything you regularly do to help your health and well-being?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things I do. First of all, I have to go to all my checkups. So if I get invited to a health check or a blood test, or to the dentist, which is not my favourite. I have to make sure I go to them all, and I have to go for my cancer screening as well, because I have to practice what I preach, really, seeing as I'm promoting these things to other people. But in my spare time, I love to take my partner's doggy for a walk with him and go to the park. Being outside in the fresh air always makes me feel good. And we live over towards Huddersfield, so going to Beaumont Park is my favourite. Beaumont Park. It's up on a hilltop, and there's lovely views and lots of nice trees. And I particularly like it in spring when all the daffodils are out. That's my favourite time to go there. And it makes me feel relaxed, which I think is good for my well-being. But if I only have a little bit of time to myself and maybe the weather's poor, then taking a nice bubble bath and giving myself a bit of a pamper is a favourite thing to do as well.
This event, are you going to welcome everyone?
Yes, I'll be welcoming everyone. I'd also love you guys from People First to say a little word at the beginning as well.
Oh, yes, go out on that stage.
Yes. Anyone who wants to. I know not everybody likes being out in front of a crowd.
I love it. I love it.
You can do the welcome with me then, Luke, and maybe some of your colleagues.
Please.
Yeah.
What time will it open?
Well, we're getting people to arrive from 10. But then the presentations will start at 10:30.
Right.
So maybe just before 10:30, you and I can step out and welcome everybody.
With Adam's help with the microphone.
Yes. And I know Kenny likes to help with all the sound and vision as well. And I know some people like to be up on stage in front of a crowd. Other people like to help more behind the scenes. And that's brilliant, because then we've got a mix of skills and interests. So it makes the event a great success, I hope.
It will do, and I'd like to help you welcome everyone. I'd love to.
Oh, great. That sounds fun then.
Is it a Wednesday?
Yes, so it's going to be Wednesday the 10th of September.
Oh, good, I'm in. That's my second day in.
Yeah. So all you guys that work on a Wednesday here can take part, but also you can tell all your friends that maybe usually come on a different day of the week.
Oh, yeah.
And they might be able to, as a one-off, come in on a Wednesday when they maybe don't normally, but they could join in too. And I hope everyone will have some fun and enjoy socialising, but also learn a little bit of something about their health while they're there.
That's all the time we have for today. Another big thank you to Justine for joining us today. We hope to see as many people joining us at this event as possible. Do you have anything else you'd like to add before we end the show?
No, I'd just like to say thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Remember to comment, like and share on Facebook, Instagram and X. You can find us by searching for the People First podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.